What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex. This video I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've done some fun, different kind of videos over the last several weeks, and I've really had, myself personally, I've had a lot of fun recording them. I really hope you guys have been liking them. We talked about like my most anticipated games for the summer, some games that don't have release dates yet, stuff like that. Now I want to talk about my top 3 games so far for 2020. Now, I've written them all down, the games that I've played already in 2020. I can't include anything that I haven't played, so I haven't played games like Persona 5 Royal, Neo 2, anything like that. Now, my wife has played the heck out of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have not, so I can't technically, or I won't technically include that in my list. But I have them written down. I'm going to go from third, second, and then first. So we're going to go in kind of backwards order of these games. So number 3 that I personally think is my favorite game, and again, these are my favorite games of the year, and I definitely want to hear from you guys in the comments below what you think. What are your favorite games of the year so far? My third favorite is Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, this could come off as negative to some people. I think that this game, for what it is very solid. It's everything really that I had expected of this game. Was I expecting the greatest game of all time? No. Was I expecting IllFonic to kind of learn from some of the stuff of Friday the 13th? Yes. Did they? They kind of did. They also kind of didn't. So I think the game is definitely flawed. That is for sure. I've had loads of positive things to say about the game. I've also had loads of negative things to say about the game. But in terms of the games that I have played so far this year, I think this is a very solid game. It fills what I was hoping for it. You know what I mean? It kind of fits in that category of this is what I wanted, this is what I was expecting of the game. I got exactly that. It fits that category. I have this game now that I didn't have, and that's good enough for me. So it's not the greatest game I've ever played of all time, but it does, kind of beat out some of the other games I have played. The second game is Doom Eternal. This game is really solid. I'm a fan of Doom. I'm not like, really like the most hardcore fan of Doom, of all time. I played the 2016 Doom. Again, had some positive things to say, had some negative things to say. Doom Eternal learned a lot, I think. Talk about a game that learned from its mistakes of the previous game. I think Doom Eternal learned a lot. I love the single player. I've beaten it, so I think this is a very solid game, very difficult at times. Now, I've played it on hard. I probably shouldn't have played it on whatever difficulty it was. Whatever you would equate to like hard mode, that's what I played on. I died loads, but you know what? I had fun. It was challenging. It's a very pretty game. Again, it fits what I had hoped. It's a very fast-paced game. Go around, you just eliminate as many demons as humanly possible. It had a story that was solid. It wasn't good, I wouldn't say, but it was better than having no story like Doom, the 2016 had. And I personally really like battle mode. It's different. I know people don't really like it. I think there's a very loud group of people that don't like the multiplayer. I can see why. I understand. I also think that it needs more added to it. We also haven't had other things like invasion mode that we were promised. That has just not happened yet. So there are things that there's definitely problems with this game. But again, from what I was expecting of the game, I think I got exactly that, and I was pretty darn hopeful that this game would be good. And, coming out around the same time or the same day, right, as Animal Crossing, right when really all the stuff that was going on around the world, right when it really was starting to pick up, it feels, honestly, like years ago at this point that it came out, and that I remember, if I remember myself playing this game, I've literally moved, so I'm not even at the same place I was playing this game at when it first came out, and so a lot's happened in this short amount of time, but Doom, I really do think a lot of people are going to give it a lot of praise at the end of the year. I think it can still stand out. We have a lot of big games still yet to come, for the rest of this year, but I think Doom can still kind of stand out. And number 1, this was actually, in my opinion, now again, like Persona 5, I have Persona 5. I haven't played more than like 10 hours of it. Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal are talked about as some of the greatest things like of all time. I don't doubt that. I actually think that if you're into games like Persona, that would maybe beat out, other games. But for the games that I have played, I think Final Fantasy VII is the best one. I've even said on Twitter before, I think right now, Final Fantasy VII is easily my game of the year for 2020. I haven't played I haven't played like every game in 2020. I think I've played like 6 or 7 games. But from them, Final Fantasy VII is just easily, and again, I've missed some big games, but Final Fantasy VII is and I do mean this, such an incredible game. I was never really that into Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 15 was my first time ever fully playing a Final, and I didn't even play it all the way through, by the way. But it was my first time going in. My sister had played, the Lightning franchise or Lightning trilogy, so I had watched her play some of it, and I was always jaw dropped by how amazing the games. Like the games always look really, really good, but I never really gave them a chance. Like I only had ever watched her play the game. When it came to Final Fantasy 15, though, I was like, all right, you know what? I gotta give it a shot. I gotta try it, and I liked it. I didn't play all that much. I played probably 15 hours of it. I didn't beat it, but I really, really enjoyed what I saw. And then this Final Fantasy 7, this was like a shoo-in that I knew I was gonna get, right? And man, from start to finish, this game, it's got the whole kind of stereotypes about it where like characters just do certain things that they would never do, and they miss key opportunity, like key moments to take out characters that they should take out that'll eventually come back to bite them later. You know what I mean? There are scenes that kind of get frustrating because it's like, just shoot them or just take them out now because you're going to miss or you're not going to do it and then they're going to come back. So it's got like the Japanese kind of gloss over it, but the game is so beautiful. The CG parts of it, when there's literal like movie quality graphic basically scenes in this game, and there's like 3 of them in the whole game, they are without a doubt, I think, and I've always thought Uncharted 4 was the greatest looking game of all time. The CG scenes in Final Fantasy 7 are the greatest things I've seen in a video game, just hands down the greatest. So it looks beautiful. It plays really, really nice. I do like those kind of games, just the fighting mechanics of, and especially even the new Final Fantasy games. I really like how they control. I really like how they play. The game just, I knew I was going to like it. I had hope, I guess, that I was going to like it. I didn't think I would adore this game. This game got me in. I know what happens in Final Fantasy 7, but I also know that they've changed a lot of it, and they are going to be changing a lot of it. So I'm so pumped for Part 2. I can't believe I actually beat Part 1 because games that take a long time, normally I don't get through them. Now, again, this year has been very different. I've been trying to beat all of the games that I have, previously never been able to beat. I put in 32, 33 hours into Final Fantasy 7, which, sounds maybe normal for some people. I don't normally do that. But this game easily, without a doubt, destroys every other game, in my opinion, that came out in 2020. Do I think other games could beat it? Yeah, I actually do. I do think by the end of the year, I could be saying that I have a different game of the year. But as of right now, Final Fantasy 7 is easily my game of the year. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what are some of your favorite games that have come out this year? You have a ranking? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And I do a new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys on tomorrow's video.